Silence your cell phones now.
No one outruns their past.
I am more easy, you trying your best to become me.
And mine just caught up to me.
Been a long time, Don.
Wait, what in the hell did I just watch? What's going on, YouTube? It's Sensei Place Be Children, Mr. Andy. Better you guys know the movie experience. And I know for those out there who don't know that I have been doing a lot of things in my personal life. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, I have a live stream up explaining all that stuff to you guys. So that's why my movie experience has been a little wonky lately and out of sync. But we finally got ourselves back to the movies this weekend to see the biggest blockbuster that was held since last year, to kick off the summer movie season, Fast 9, the Fast Saga. Well, I can't really say it's kicking off the summer thing because we're about to be in July, so May is the kickoff date. But I'm saying, but it's one of the biggest blockbusters that we've been looking forward to. We know how crazy the Fast and Furious movies are, and look, I'll be honest with you, they have gone completely crazy, especially by 7 and 8. And 6, 7, 8, like I said, it would really define that live type thing out there. You'd be like, all right, but we on this ride. And like I said, 5 and 7 have been like my favorite ones of all the Fast and Furious franchise. Well, let's go right into Fast 9. And look, I said this before when I reviewed The Fate of the Furious. It's hard to give a good and a bad when it comes to these kind of reviews, when it comes to Fast and Furious. So I'm going to suspend that again when it comes to this Fast and Furious movie, because honestly, I'm going to have to tell you this right now. This is not one of my favorite Fast and Furious movies. I'm going to tell you like this, because I had to do some research. The writer from, I think, Tokyo Drift on down to Hobbs and Shaw is different than the one that's on Fast 9, because it feels different. And I hate to say it like this because there's so much ridiculous shit going on like that, but it looks like whoever did this story, and Vin Diesel got this to blame on this too. It looked like, it's like, hey, look, like a kid playing with, say like if you're like a generation, you pass toys down to your kids, stuff like that. Like, this is how I used to play with them, stuff like that. And they just take it, they be like, bah, 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 they break the shit. That's what this feels like. And I'm like, oh my God, you gotta treat this with care. Even though this thing was completely, ridiculous from the start, this thing gets even more ridiculous. And see, when it comes to this movie, it's like, you ever have an idea where it's just like, okay, because I'm not gonna try to spoil it. I may give some mild spoilers when we get to the experience, but I'm not trying to give any kind of spoilers here. But when you have a certain idea about certain things, or you hear the rumors about the idea, and you're like, oh, that would be kind of crazy because this series get out of control, and then they do it, and it's like it did not work out like you thought it was going to work out in the movie, and that's what happens here. Okay, so this one is about Dom and Letty are now off, raising Brian off on their own, and then all of a sudden it attacks Mr. Nobody, and then all of a sudden we know that this big threat that it is Dominic's brother Jacob, being played by John Cena. So the family has to get back together again to stop Jacob and from trying to achieve this global. That's the thing. I don't even really know what the end game of Jacob's role is. Okay, this was clearly like thrown in there because we are missing The Rock. We are missing Dwayne Johnson, and I'm telling you, Hobbs and Shaw, you can tell, is missing from this series. Okay, I like the spinoff. I actually enjoy Hobbs and Shaw for the ridiculousness of it is, but that fits the Hobbs character. This right here, from what I've seen in this movie, it just does not. It starts from just being ludicrous from the jump, and everybody may think, well, it's the Fast and Furious series, it's supposed to be ludicrous. Here's the thing. Yes, I understand that, but the way the Fast and Furious movies were structured, the way it was based into, it was just like, yes, we're going to do some outlandish things such as drive down the turnpike with the safe ride behind it. Obviously, that can't happen, but for the context of the movie, the realism that they had, it worked. It worked. Okay, but this time it don't work. They got these new this whole magnet thing is the theme in this one right now, and they turn the magnet up, and then the thing is just sucking cars and sucking all type of metal to the thing. I'm just like, this is just beyond stupid. But in Fate of Furious, when she was hijacking the cars, you know what I'm saying, through the AI stuff like that, and it was for some reason I like that way more than I like these magnet cars. It just goes off from there, and we're just going through scene through scene through scene. Like no scene really has some chance to have things to breathe. They want us to feel some kind of emotion. But I'm like, but you can't. Then there's a thing why I don't like that. Roman brings up in the movie the whole thing that we're thinking about. He's like, yo, we've been going through all these missions and we never had a scratch on us. We're like invincible. It's like they're making a parody of themselves. And it's like they're basically saying that we're like superheroes. That's the whole theme of the movie. So when you do that, you automatically take away any kind of consequence that this movie has. Right now, anytime they go through any of this, it's like they can't die. So there is no risk, there is no drama, there is no on the edge of your seat, because it's ridiculous. And it takes away from the movie. There's the first chase scene where I'm just like, first of all, there really is like the first scene of the big action that we have in the movie. I'm like, it's just ridiculousness out the wazoo for every single character that's in there. And I'm sitting there wondering to myself, like, wait a minute, what happened to such I don't want to give away no spoilers, but when I do my spoiler review, trust me, I'm going to go all in on this movie. Now, when we finally get the introduction to Jacob, John Cena, and Vin Diesel, it does not have the same feel. It does not have the same intensity that it was when Dom met Hobbs, okay, back in Fast 5. And I understood Hobbs' motive in there. That made perfect sense to me, and it was great to see the face-off between Dom and Hobbs. Dom and Jacob, oh my God, it was painful to watch. Look, I'm a wrestling fan. Y'all know I'm a wrestling fan out there. I'm a huge fan of John Cena. But when John Cena tries to act and get like very, very serious, and he has this look on his face, like it looks like the way that elongated mouth just bends down, like it gives me that Herman Monster look. Like if anybody seen the Monsters back in the day, and you see Herman Monster, and you're just like, when he gets like angry, like a lawyer, and his face goes down. That's what John Cena looks like every time he tries to be like serious or angry to me, and I'm like, it makes me cringe a lot of times. I'm just like, and then I look at John Cena, I can't help but say this. There's no way you're convincing me, and they did their best. There is no way you're convincing me that John Cena and Vin Diesel are brothers. Even when they did flashbacks of them as kids and like teenagers and stuff like that, it's no way he's a Toretto. Okay, no way. But then they try to half-ass explain why he's his brother, stuff like that, and that still sucked. And I'm just like, it's no way this is believable. This is no way this is believable. And then of course, without the spoil stuff like that, but I mean, y'all can see it in the picture behind me. Two characters come back. Mia comes back, and Han comes back. So I have two issues with both of these things. One, it just shows that, after Han died, okay, well, we just can't keep anybody there. Y'all might as well bring back Gal Gadot. Y'all might as well bring back anybody else from the Fast series, stuff like that, whatever the case may be, because there's no stakes. But Mia bothered me the most. I'm not trying to sound chauvinistic here. I'm not. But as a man, somebody who's married and who has kids, if I know that Dominic Toretto is going to go with this big mission to go face his brother that nobody else knew about, family, right? And then of course, Brian has lost his FBI status, his job as a cop, and everything, following behind Dom. And you mean to tell me that now, when this job is set to happen, I'm going to send Mia out there because Jacob's her brother too, to deal with this while I stay back with the kids?
What more do you want from me?
It's becoming a bad excuse because now I'm just like, y'all probably, I hate to say it, y'all probably should just kill Brian off. Because the way they try to keep incorporating Brian is starting to not make sense now. And it's starting to be like, oh, okay. Because if you're going to have a grand finale and you ain't going to have Brian in it, like I don't know what their plan is going to be doing. I don't know if they're trying to get his brother not like that. But right now, this is starting to becoming painful and really painful to watch. Then you have the other characters they try to bring back. They go back, was it Sean King and Bow Wow from Tokyo Drift? they go ahead and bring them back in the most lackluster way possible. And I'm like, okay, if y'all gonna bring back the Tokyo Drift characters, I'm like, okay, let's have a better way of doing this. And it just fell flat to me. It really felt flat. It felt like they were trying to make this Fast and Furious Infinity War, where we just get all the characters that we can from all the previous installments as we get ready for the Infinity War, and then 10 and 11, the final ones, hopefully, is going to be the end game type thing. Well, it didn't work here. The execution just did not work here at all. And the writing is just bad. Everything, the motives for all these people are just bad. And then the things that the family can get their hands onto, this makes no sense at all. And like I said, I'm trying not to get up into spoilers, too much of spoilers here, but that's basically where it's going to. And then Vin Diesel himself has turned down you couldn't convince me more that either he felt the beef that he had with The Rock. Now I know they said they probably squashed that stuff, but I'm telling you right now, you could tell he wants to be Luke Hobbs in the worst way, because the shit that Dom is doing in this movie, the stuff that he's doing, and I don't even talk about driving wise, the stuff that he's doing in this movie, I'm just like, stop it. Like it really it takes you out. Me and Swag went to go see Fate and Furious, and we sat there and laughed at the whole movie. But we're like, this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But for some reason, the way it was written, which was in the realm of how they treat Fast and Furious. This right here, I was not laughing like, oh man, this is so ridiculous. Like how I was really getting turned off. I was getting turned off by the amount of ridiculousness that was going on in this movie from the beginning. And I was like, maybe they'll get together. And then by the time we got towards the end and that big third act, I said, I'm out of it. I'm really tuned out. Like, and I hate saying this about a Fast and Furious movie, but it was Transformers like. When after a while, to the point I'm like, this stuff is just ridiculous. Now, in the realm of Transformers, it's Transformers. All this stuff can happen. But Transformers, I just took it out because, I just hate Transformers. But when it comes to the Fate of Fast 9, the Fast Saga, this stuff is just not good. It really is not good. But right now, I'll get into the experience and the mild spoilers right now. All right, when it comes to the experience, first of all, these are mild spoilers. So if you guys have not seen Fast 9 yet, I'm just giving mild spoilers, and then my full spoiler discussion will be part of the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. So here's the thing. We got to movie theater. The movie theater had a pretty nice amount of people in there. We went on Saturday. Obviously, I have to get back in movie shape before I can go into see a Thursday night show. And obviously, with the passing of my mother and a lot of this has been happening, I can't get out and get to the early Thursday shows anymore. So a lot of these things are going to be late because I can't watch them at home anymore because everybody get back into the theaters. So it was fine, but then the most spoiler thing is when we were watching it, even the crowd in the movie theater, there is a point with Tyrese and Ludacris, as y'all see in the trailer, but it does happen, they go to space. Everybody keeps talking about, so Fast and Furious, they're going to go to space. And they did. And like I said, the idea of that on paper is like, oh snap, that will be totally ludicrous if they were on space, but like, it can't get that ridiculous. And they do. And then when they do it, it's just like, this is not entertaining to me. Because this is so out the realm of ridiculousness of how they got there to space in the first place, and how this thing is successful in the first place, and how they're still making contact with the family on the ground is ludicrous, no pun intended. How they finish their mission in space is dumb. And they try, the problem with the space thing is they try to have a heartfelt moment. They try to have a heartfelt moment to the point where I don't buy into none of it, because y'all already kind of killed it in the beginning with Tyrese making the comment about being invincible. And then how they got home is even more dumb. It sucked. It really, truly sucked. I don't know. I want them to go backwards for 10 and 11. I really want them to go backwards from what, like, we already see all the ridiculousness, but now bring it back into the realm of the Fast and Furious. Like get ourselves a decent villain, a decent reason why we're doing things we do. And we got to go backwards. We have to go backwards because right now, 10, 11, it's just like after seeing 9, I'm not really looking forward to the stuff like that. So when it comes to Fast 9, the Fast Saga, if you're a Fast and Furious fan, it's a hashtag give it a chance. If you're not a Fast and Furious fan and you just want to watch a good summer action movie, so that you can turn your mind off kind of, but honestly, when it comes to the writing and pacing and all stuff like that, this thing is catch it at a barbershop for me. It truly is catch it at a barbershop. So guys, if you stay tuned for my spoiler review when it comes to Nerdgasm Talk podcast, because I know Swag want to hear about this and everything like that, because me and my wife want to tear this thing up, okay? Because there's so much that I could talk about in this movie that has bothered me so much. And it wouldn't even have to be about defining logic stuff. It just be about the stuff in general, like writing, okay, and things like that. But post your comments down below if you guys have seen Fast 9. How'd you think about it? Was it too ridiculous for you? Was like, do we need to like tone it back a little bit, or whatever the case may be? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more movie experiences every single weekend right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC a place to be. Mr. A&D, and I'll see you at the movies.